darling. It's Jennifer from the patio. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. I really am. Thank you for popping in and just spending some time with me. So today I am offering, I'm not offering, I'm giving it away. Girl, come on. You know, I just love to make freebies. I really do. And so this week we are going to be making a grungy Christmas. Now, next week, because some people don't celebrate Christmas, and that is A-okay. We got to do whatever we have to do. But, so this one is it has a Christmas theme. But next week, I'll do a grungy winter that just has to do with winter time. So, anyway, I have something for everybody, and I think that's fun. So anyway, today's little project is a wraparound with large tags, a belly band, and pocket with some little tags in it. So I'm going to show that to you. But first, I just want to say, how was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Today is Monday, and I ended up getting better. Those of you that watched my video last week, I was live on the patio, and although it didn't feel well, I just wanted to put a video out and be consistent. But anyway, so that was fun, and I hope you liked that, and if you did, let me know. But yeah, I ended up going to have lunch with my girlfriends on Friday, and then we went to a little coffee shop, and we literally were there for 3.5 hours. We had the best time laughing and just learning from each other and just spending time together. We're so much fun when we get together. But anyway, so we did that, and then Saturday, my husband and I tried a new thrift store in Galveston called Silk Purse. Oh my goodness. Fabulous. It's run by a church, and it just had a lot of really, really good treasures in there. So anyway, I'll show you on another video what some of the things that I got. And then we went out to lunch, and then that was about it. Then we came home and videotaped and just did some stuff and piddled. So it was a really good birthday weekend. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that, and I hope you did. I hope you had a great weekend too. Okay, so anyway, this is one of the background papers for the #1 Grungy Christmas, which is today, Monday. So here is the project. This is a really fun, I'm going to lift it up just so you can kind of get just an idea of what it looks like. But it has some scrolls, but I love the greens. I do. And so on the back of this one, I put some trees. So just some fun little grungy trees. And so this is the wraparound. You can see the crease in black right there. It'll fold over. This is actually the back. And then the inside is this. Anyway, you'll see when I cut it out. And then what we have, this one goes like this. These are the cards that go inside. But because it is a wraparound, you'll need a card for one side of the page and one for the other. But we're going to adhere this to the page with that green belly band. So that'll look good together with the green belly band. Then that'll stick inside. And then this is backed on the pretty red. And then this goes on the other side of the wraparound. So this is a pocket. This will be a little booklet that we're going to fold in half and put some tracing paper in. And then this is a tall tag. So anyway, let's get to getting, my friends. I'm going to just take some time to cut this out, ink it up, and then I shall be right back. Okay, so I cut everything out, and I inked everything with some Distress ink. It's Ranger Black Soot. So I went ahead and inked all the pages. And I printed on the back the red on all of the tags. And then on this one, I did the green trees. So I scored it on the black line, and so we're just going to fold that over. Now remember, this is a wrap around the page. So it's going to wrap around a page. So the tag, like this tag one, is going to go on the wraparound. So that will go in like this. And then on this side, of the page, we're gonna add this. So let me put this aside because that's all good to go. And then this will go inside of here. And then we will decorate this. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and take care of this. So how are you doing today? How's everything going? Things here are good. Things here are good. Getting ready for, we have decided not to do a big Thanksgiving ordeal. We have decided to go to my daughter's house and just watch football and order barbecue. We are not doing a turkey this year. We are just going to enjoy the day and enjoy each other's company without being exhausted in the kitchen for a traditional turkey dinner. And I have to tell you, I'm kind of excited. I really am. Because we usually have Thanksgiving at my house. And I cook. And then afterwards, we go over my daughter's house and we watch football and we have snacks and just all that kind of stuff. So we thought, why not just do that, you know? Okay, so that is this. This is a little belly band, and then this is going to go inside of here. So I'm going to let that dry. But here was what I was thinking about this. I thought we could use some of these vertical. And like I said, this is from Junk Journal Studio. I got it off of Etsy. And this has been several years ago, so I don't know if they still have it. But anyway, okay, I like December, not blessings or festive holidays. I like holidays too, but let me kind of look at what this says. This says nice. No, I don't think that goes. So let's go ahead and use December. I love these vertical labels. And she does them in 3 different colors and 3 different sizes. So you have the big one. You have a medium one, which is this one. And then she does a smaller one, which I don't think I cut those out because I don't use a whole lot of really small ones. But anyway, so she has black, then she has red, and she has green. So, nope, not that one. So this is the green, which I think is pretty. And then this, it's not really, it's a red, but it's kind of a different color red, like a burnt red. I love that. So anyway, let's use the December. But what I was thinking, I have this, I just picked this up at Goodwill for $3.99. It's a DCWV. And it has all of this pretty black, but it's black on both sides. And so I thought, you know what I want to do? I kind of want to make some little pocket things. So I think I'm going to use, I don't want to use the dots. There was one in here. I don't want to use the triangle. Maybe I will use the dots. Let me see what's at the bottom again. I wanted to use something different. Let's use that. But anyway, I thought we could make, and hopefully it's not too thick, but, you know, some of those little I need to use my punches and just use stuff. So, let's do that. I'm going to cut a couple of these out. And I have to stand up because I want to make sure that I press hard on here. And sometimes it won't go all the way through. Okay, good. One ringy-dingy. I think we need 3 ringy-dingies maybe. 2 ringy-dingies. Let's see, the punch is on the opposite side. I'm going to be bending them in. Let me turn it over. I just want to make sure I do it in the right direction. Okay, let's do 3 in that. I think those are cool. So, anywho, let's fold these little babies up into pockets. I don't even have to ink because they're black, and that is cool. And then I think I'm going to do it like that. So when you put something in, it's not going to be... Can you see that okay? Look how cute these are. I just love this punch. And someone had to tell me how to use it, you know, because I had never seen it before. And you can fold 3 or 2 in and make it look like a heart. And then you can have them like flowers. Anyway, it's just really cool. So I'm going to put it here and here. And then I'm going to press down because we are just going to decorate this little area. I think these are cute. Okay. And we're just going to go up like this. But I kind of want to get my December in there. So maybe I'll only do a couple and do them down at the bottom. And I want this to be showing the sparkly. It's not sparkly at all, but it definitely is glossy. That's for sure. And I like it. So let me put just a tab right there. Oh, that one didn't go all the way over. That's okay. It's okay. I don't need it to go all the way over. So let me do this. And then that. I don't want to close it up. Oop, that's a little too much glue. Squeeze that out. Okay. And then December like that. I'm going to put this one on top of that. Then I'll get me some little red paper or something. And then I'll put this under here. And then I'll put one more at the top. You got to have them in 3s, right? You got to have them in 3s. Let me see if this one touches. It touches just barely. Let me see if I can get just a little bit of glue right there. Just to kind of have it hold. Okay. And then this. And then this. And then this over here. And then push it down. I love these little projects that are kind of like little folios. They make really nice little journal inserts. And then I'll put this one here. And then they'll have some stuff in it. Okay, just something to decorate, you know, just a little something, something. We like a little something, something. Let me get this and my black soot out. And let's get the right one off. And let's just ink this up a little bit. We need this to be inked. December is going to be right around, it's coming right around the corner. And Amazon is screaming everybody's name. But this year, I'm just not doing a whole lot. I'm sorry, but I'm just not. I'm just not. It is what it is. Okay. Nope, I put that in the wrong spot. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do this first. And I'm going to glue the whole thing down. As far as, you know, everything. I don't want this top to bend, to close, or to do anything. because I want the paper to kind of extend out. So I'm going to get some red little cardstock and okay. Did it move? No. Okay. And then we'll put this down, the old December. Okay. And kind of see if I am centered. I am. Let me hold that down. Okay, let me do the next one. I just thought we would embellish it because it is, you know, I didn't put any labels or anything in this little project. And that's okay because we don't really need them because we can just use whatever we have. So, and believe me, I have a lot. I got all my Christmas stuff out. You can see all the glue on this black. Anyway, I got all my Christmas stuff out. And so I have a lot of ephemera from, you know, years past. So I'm definitely pulling that out to use, you know, labels and just little ephemera pieces. So we don't really need anything extra. And you just kind of add whatever it is, you know. Okay, so this is going to go in like this. It's a nice tight fit. So you can see your pretty little poinsettias. And so I do have some. Let me look and see what I have. I mean, even just putting some more poinsettia cardstock in there would be cute. Let me see. I'm going to have to cut up a little bit. I mean, these are like itty bitty. I think they're 1 inch by 1 inch. So, and I do have some red too. But this is cute. I like this. I was playing around. So let me do like a little more or a little less than 1 inch this way. And then we'll do 1 inch and 1/4. Let me see if that works because I want them to kind of stick out a little bit. Yes. Let me turn it around so the red shows. Yeah. And then we'll do 1 1.25 inches. Can you see me? I am probably off screen. Apologize. Red. There. Yes, I like it. Okay. And then I'm just gonna ink these little boogers up. And then you can just, you know, have some little thoughts or whatever on the back, you know. You know, you can. You can just write a little something on the back. You know, the other thing about these is you could cut them so that they, because I used to send Happy Mail with these. And then I would just write on the back of the card or do whatever. Close this up, of course. But, you know, you can make these because I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 by 7. And it would fit in an envelope just nicely. So, and it's, you know, Christmas themed. So you could definitely send it as a little Happy Mail. Okay, all right, well there's that part. And then we're going to flip it over and we're going to decorate the back. So I made this little, don't you just love that? Frosty. So I made this pocket. So we're going to put this on the back. So we're just going to do the sides and the bottom. We're just going to, you know, make it a pocket. I mean, it is a pocket, but I mean, we're not going to do anything different. Whoops. Let me make sure I did get glue on that. Let me make sure it doesn't do anything. Okay, this goes this way, and then this. I'm going to do it a little above, just so that it kind of gives it a, well, for one, that is pointed, and this is rounded, so. But I'll be honest, I really love the notch look. It's just one of my favorites. Okay, and that is going to house this little card. So we can do something there. And then I put this in here so that we could just make a little booklet, right? So we're just going to close that up like this. And then, yeah, it's just going to say NICE, and all you see is the CE. I didn't like that about it, but then I thought, you know what? That's okay. Because when you turn it over, it's going to be, you could actually put it in like this. So, but anyway, so we are going to put some paper in there and then just staple it in. So let's see what I have in the old. Guess what I have? Something perfect in my little bin. I love it. This is pathetic, y'all. Look at this. These are just scraps. I have got to do something. Some are big, some are small. But I really do need to use those up. Yes, I do. Let's see. I need to do it like this. But it's only going to be, if I did it this way, I'd get more, but I can't because the fold is over here. And there's only two, and there's 4 pieces. Yeah, 4 pieces is good. Okay, so let's do it like this. So I only need to cut a small amount off. So let's, because this is, well, you know what? Let's do it to where it just fits just perfectly in there. So I'm going to go with the first one opposed to the second one. And then let's see, this is, I think this is, let's check and see how big it is. 2.5, that's what I thought, because I made it 5. So it's 2.5. More scraps. That's okay. We like scraps. And then I'm going to get my little eraser and take care of this little thing. Not that you'd even be able to see it. And then I'm going to get my corner rounder. Let's see which one I used. I'm pretty sure I used the big one. But let's see. I can't see with that in there. Okay. I think I used the medium one. So I'm going to just cut those. I have to be delicate, so because this paper, if you don't hold it just right. Okay, and then we'll just put this inside and make just a little booklet. Oh, too long. Too long. Let me just cut that down a little bit. I thought I might have made it a little too long. Okay, that's better. That is better. Okay, well, you know what? I just want to say we are going to have so much fun with these freebies. I hope you like them. I know you like freebies, but I hope you like these particular freebies. And I hope you like Grungy Christmas. I just think it's fun. Okay, I'm going to see if this fits in here. I don't know if it's going to. No. And I think this one opens up or something, but I don't know. Let me get the big one. And then that way we don't have to fight that. We shall just use this one because I know the space is a little bit bigger. Okay, so then I'm just going to line it up with that. And line it up on this side. And we have ourselves a little booklet. Okay, cute, cute. Okay, so we have that, and so we're just going to put that in like that. And I think that was it. That was the only thing that I had for this. So we have this, and then we're going to put it in our, I haven't made it yet, but we're going to do that. Oh, you know what? I kind of want to put something here. So if this is like this, let's see. I kind of want to put something. I like this little red Christmas. I think that would be pretty out here. Not necessarily with the trees, because this is supposed to be grungy, if you will. And so let me see. And I have this, but I don't know if I'm going to use it for this particular thing. But I do have some like little labels and stuff. So let me look in here and see what I can find. Let's see, something red. No. Possibly. Possibly. Okay. Now let's see. Ooh, I like this. Okay, let's see what I can do with that. So, do I want to use a deep red? This is kind of too red for me on this. Okay, yeah, I like this. Okay, let me ink it up. Let me put a little bit of ink around the edges. Okay, and then let me ink this. You know, it's so funny. I listen to coffee. I don't know if y'all ever listen to ambient music, but I listen to these little, they have a beautiful display of like a coffee shop or whatever, and always has a cup of coffee with steam out. But anyway, it's jazz music. And so one day I was filming, and I have it on 24 hours a day. I mean, like, until my husband comes home, and then he watches what he does. But when I'm home, I just listen to that. And so it's on in the other room. And my phone picked it up, and they dinged me. They said that your video can't, I'm not monetized anyway, but they're like, your video can't be monetized. And anyway, they recognized that music in the background. So I had to remember to go in there and turn it off. Okay, I think that looks good. And then we're going to cut these little trees off. I don't know. Do you think that I think it's just too much. But I do like the Christmas. The word Christmas. I can use those trees for something else. Put that back over there. This doesn't look even. Okay, and then let me ink it, because you got to get a little bit of black in there. It'll make it stand out nice. Okay. And then I'll put that Like that. Yes. I like it. Okay. Good choice. Okay, so anywho, I'm excited about the freebies. So I'm going to have one every day. I'm not doing them at 6 a.m. All my videos are coming out at lunchtime, around noon. I'm trying to play with YouTube's algorithm. They've been changing things up as of late, and I don't like that. So I'm going to change it up too and see if that behooves me a little bit better. Okay, let me put that like that. I'm going to put that like this. It's kind of bulky on that other side. Okay, so I like that. And then I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put, anyway, I've got some great little folios, just, you know, little ephemera pieces for us to make that you can put into a journal. So I have 5 Grungy Christmas. This is number 1 of the 5. So I have 5 Grungy Christmas. And then I have 5 Grungy Winters, because not everybody celebrates Christmas, and that is fine. And so I wanted to make something for everybody. And some of these you could go grab, because some of this, like this, doesn't have anything to do with Christmas. You know, this doesn't either. It's just a winter scene, so you could definitely use. Frosty has nothing to do with Christmas, so I kind of did interchangeable, but of course poinsettias, but you know, they're not necessarily associated with Christmas either. So now this is, because it's an ornament, but isn't that pretty? I love it. Anyway, so what am I doing? Okay, so anyway, go and I think I'll put it up here over a little bit, so that it lines up like that. And you know what I just saw earlier? I saw that I had these little strands of beads. And you know what? I think they will go nicely. They already have adhesive on them, but I'm just going to add 3 little dots. And hopefully my nails. And I'm just going to put them right there. I'm just going to drop them down on there. Get them where I want with my fingernails. And then I'm just going to press down. And you can decorate this with whatever you have. You know, just get out some stuff. I just literally pulled out some of my Christmas stuff and was like, from a year or so ago. I kind of wanted it to be up a little bit. Don't be cantankerous. You better get up there. But I saw this through my, I have these clear bins up here with all my goodies, and I can see them just sitting there, and I'm like, ooh, black. I think that'll look pretty. Okay, there we go. That is an easy project. And then this will go like this on the page fold over or wrap around. So that is our project for today. It's not a very big, you know, it's not a, these aren't hard to do. They're quick, but I'm going to do one every day at noon at lunchtime. So be looking out for tomorrow. I'm really excited. And every day is a little bit different. The colors are different, but they're fun. They're fun to do. So that is our project for today. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, you only know what you know until you know something different. Bye-bye.